Hi everyone and welcome back to my morning report analysis videos on Tuesday 9th of January with me, Rich Perry, market analyst at Hantec Markets. Looking at cable, which has just sort of dropped away again. It's sort of been outperforming the euro. I mean, the equivalent support on the euro at 120 was broken, but that 135 level that the market has held throughout last week remains intact on cable. But just early doors today, we've seen a bit of a drop back, about 40 pips, as the market has shied away from 35.85 as your initial resistance. Just rolled over a bit, and it sort of looks like it's sort of positioning for possible test of that 35 figure support area. But momentum indicators still fairly positive. I mean, yeah, little bit of a negative bias as the market's fallen away today, but hourly chart shows sort of found a basis of support. Those sort of lows of the last couple of days, 35.20 area, seems to be sort of holding, doesn't it? 35.12. I mean, 35 figure really to 35.20 is the basis of support. Sort of holding now. And again, hourly chart shows you're very slightly negatively biased. Sort of 60s is where the RSI on the hourly chart fails, and you're back towards 30. But very, very small. They're very rangy still, really. And certainly if this support does hold, again, you're sort of still trading within this sort of 35 figure to 35.85 level as your range. Very much neutral, really, in the configuration of the MACD lines. And as I said, if the market can sort of pick up here for a couple of hours, you're going to start to see these momentum indicators picking up again. So still rangy, still not decisive yet in a sort of deterioration. If you did break 35.85, you're looking at that support of the uptrend. 34.50 area is likely to be where it comes in. But generally speaking, there is a sort of sequence of sort of breakout supports really between 34.60 and 35 area. 35.50. So yeah, this is the area around which you'd expect to see sort of the bulls starting to regain a bit of control, and you're still fairly, as I said, still fairly positive on momentum. You could see a bit of a retreat back to that 21-day moving average, which has been a relatively reasonable basis of support, but and also comes in around that uptrend, doesn't it? So yeah, just a little bit of a retreat could be seen, but ultimately it's still fairly positive for sterling against the dollar, and no sign of a real breakdown yet, and the sort of support at 35 figure continues. So I wish you good luck in trading, and I'll speak to you later.